If you're new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and also hit the bell as well for new videos every day, every week. What's going on, all of my fellow Joy-Con boys and girls? This is your boy, Nintendo Logan. We're back at it again here. We did another live stream for you guys today on the session of a Monday morning. And hopefully everybody here on an awesome weekend. And of course, we're ready to start our first ever stream to kick off the week right here. And as for today's stream, we're just going to be doing something a little bit different for today's stream once again here. Just because today in the news has been kind of like, once again, it's been kind of liking a little bit today. I did kind of figure, like, especially with E3 2021 being around the corner, especially for Nintendo as well. I kind of did figure for today's stream, we're kind of like, get the hype going for E3 2021, and then to kind of go back and watch all of Nintendo's other previous E3 events, starting with this one, I'm just going to be watching today. And this one is actually the very first E3 conference from the year 1995, actually. And we're just going to be reacting to it for today's stream. And leading up to E3 2021 as well, is when we're actually going to be watching more of these, like some of the other past E3 events. Leading all the way up to the big day of E3 2021, especially for Nintendo as well. I kind of see how Nintendo actually did this back then, like, over the years as well, so. But yeah, it should be pretty fun, and I'm really excited to be doing this right here once again. But of course, I wanted to get started as well. What's up, everybody? Once again, come into the chat right now. Let's see what we have here real quick in the chat right now, so we get some shoutouts. So real quick, shout out to someone that's watching the stream right now. One is up there, Super Shout the Hedgehog, Aura Plays, Team Official Sam, Aaron Mouse 98, Brucey Allen, The God Origin. We also have Zombie Meep, and also we have Edgar as well. What's up, everybody? Coming into the chat. Like I said, hope everyone's having a nice lovely Monday morning. And once again, had a very awesome weekend. And of course, ready to start our first ever stream to kick off the week right here once again. And of course, also, we're to get started as well. Just a few housekeeping items, of course, want to get out of the way before we get started as well. So, if you're not tuning in, if you're not already, make sure to once again smash that like button to show some awesome support for the stream. And let's once again try to see if we get to the like goal of course, 10 likes on the stream here. Because once again, guys, very much awesome support for the streams. And once again, I'm really sure that you guys want to see more of these, like, of course, going into the near future. And also, if you're brand new here as well, make sure guys, once again, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new here. And also, when you guys do that, make sure guys also have that notification bell turned on as well. So that, you guys, let me say more of our day on Nintendo content, of course, going into the near future. Especially more of our upcoming coverage on E3, leading up to the actual day of E3 in 2021 once again. And also, most importantly as well, if you guys are now just tuning in, and this is the most important thing ever, make sure guys, if you guys are also tuning into the stream as well, make sure guys definitely keep showing your support for the stream as well, by clicking that share button right down below, and try to share the link to the stream around, just so we can try to get some more people to tune into the stream right here. So, once again, we don't get a dead chat here once again. So, as some of you guys already know, what happens like during these morning streams, like the YouTube chat does end up being pretty dead right here once again. So, but yeah, so now we got that form of stuff out of the way. I know we should go ahead and get some of the live reaction on Nintendo's E3 1995 right here. So, and I really don't think this one should be really too long. Actually, I think it should be like about 30 minutes or so. Actually, so but yeah, we're actually gonna see what Nintendo has in store for us for Nintendo's E3 in 1995. What announcements happened back then as well. Now, I did want to let you all know, I went to take a while back, like, I'm not sure when it was actually, but it has been kind of a while since I've actually seen this right here, so yeah, I'm actually going to go and watch this right now. And so, without any further ado, let's go ahead and kick off our live reaction on Nintendo's E3 1995 right now, so let's go. Well, let's get it on right now. Also, let me know on the YouTube chat if you guys can hear us good or not. Alright, so this is Nintendo's E3 1995 right here. Bro, look at the stage show they had back then as well. Like I said, you guys see how they actually did E3 back then? Wasn't like on an actual stage like LED screens or anything like that as well.
It's a week of great excitement and celebration.
Let's see, let me turn this up a little bit more for you guys.
Entertainment industry, and that's especially true for those of us.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is right there actually. I'm not really sure it's on Nintendo of America or something. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly.
This show focused on our specific form of fun.
Specific form of fun?
Validate.
And that's how y'all know, that's why during the Super Nintendo days, actually.
As a permanent form of consumer recreation.
Wow, look at this.
The days when this...
Well, just imagine like seeing E3 like this, actually. This will be like... This will be something here.
Fortunately, long gone.
Real quick, everyone on the YouTube chat, look, type of one in the chat if you guys can hear the video good.
Indeed. But like any relatively new and growing industry, we do face some challenges.
You do face some challenges. I mean,
Of
of course, definitely. That's the thing about developing video games and whatnot.
The Wall Street Journal said that some people in this industry think that I'm either a visionary.
Bro, that mentioned the Wall Street Journal. That's crazy.
I'm not really sure who these people are.
Oh my gosh.
They're on. But just to avoid any confusion, I decided this morning to wear my visionary hat.
Oh wow, the visionary hat. It's just.
I suspect that there
That's
may
funny.
be some in the audience who think that the challenges that our industry faces are distinctly Nintendo's.
When am I going to announce the games here?
The company that is still pouring significant resources and creativity.
See, this is like how we have E3 these days, actually, to where they just like talk about like different things and announce like games and whatnot.
Moving onward. Well, yes, we are, and we intend to keep doing it. We have no plan.
Again, that's on the video buffering. That's how the video is supposed to be there. Because I mean, yet again, it is pretty old, actually.
Games. And this is Nintendo, the company, launching Virtual Boy, an entirely new.
Bro, they've first announced a Virtual Boy.
One where the.
Bro, this was the E3 they first announced the long forgotten Nintendo system, the Virtual Boy.
Truly 3D, but still
I can't believe it, man.
Well, that's us.
But then yet again, like I know a year or so afterwards, on the
Not only this.
what is it? The Virtual Boy kind of went away. Actually, everybody forgot about it.
Virtual Boy, but that they'll especially like.
Like, bro, that is so crazy. This is the first this is the E3 conference where they announced the Virtual Boy.
32-bit experience.
Without doubt, one of the greatest Nintendo consoles of all time, actually.
No question about it. Nintendo has its own challenges, and I'm very.
I remember respect on the Virtual Boy there.
But the challenges that I'd like to talk about this morning are really not unique to Nintendo. They happen to be challenges that impact every interactive entertainment company.
Interesting.
Certainly, one of the biggest challenges that we
I know it's got like a documentary here or something. Oh my gosh.
And excite our core consumer. Of course, in our case, that's the avid video game player, young and old alike.
Bro, honestly, this is not like an E3 like sort of thing a little bit. It's more just like a conference scene a little bit.
Responded to that challenge.
Looking at us on a courtroom or something.
It seems to me, as a veteran of nearly 50
It's like a courtroom, but they had the ginormous Nintendo logo over there as well.
the peaks and valleys of video game business over any
RIP to the Virtual Boy, indeed.
closely the
Yeah, I do have a point there, Super Shadow Hedgehog.
entertainment value of our games. I suppose you could even build a business model to show this.
Come on, that's the games already.
The Game Player Boredom Index. And put another way,
Man, I already done that smart thing, the Virtual Boy.
every time someone creates a video game masterpiece, they raise the entertainment bar for everyone in the industry.
Yeah, I still want to know who this is right here.
Let's face it, game players always recognize quality.
I don't know if they already mentioned what his name was.
Enthusiastically flock to it. Witness the 7.5 million Donkey Kong Country cartridges that we have.
Oh, they're mentioning Donkey Kong.
Worldwide since last November.
Look at that.
Likewise, once we give consumers.
Yo, they're showing Donkey Kong Country! Look at that!
We expect that
No, wait, that's Donkey Kong Land!
store shelves
That's Donkey Kong Land from the Game Boy!
will be just as good, if not better, in terms
They also announced Donkey Kong Land from the Game Boy here as well.
It's this never-ending quest for
Bro!
better games that's really behind our decision to move.
Oh, look at that! That's also for, the code name for the N64 as well. Nintendo Ultra
North
64.
America and Europe to next April. Once we
Wow.
finish Donkey Kong Country, I'm afraid we find the gold
Look at
standard
this.
for 16-bit games, and at the same time, we necessarily set a much higher quality standard for our 64-bit platform.
That's when they first announced the
I
N64.
believe that Silicon Graphics and Nintendo have created an extraordinarily powerful new hardware platform. The Nintendo Ultra 64, one
Nintendo Ultra
capable of
64.
presenting seamless real-time 3D graphics. The SGI Nintendo engineering team has done its job.
I believe it was also announced like the year after this,
Chipset
about the next E3, like the year after this one.
essentially completed. years, SGI's graphics...
Donkey Kong Country 2! Look at that, sorry, right there. Wait, it's right there, actually. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest.
16-bit gameplay. Our new Killer Instinct and...
Oh, Killer Instinct.
Two games
I've never played that before, honestly.
for NES, which are debuting here at E3, and which will reach game players later this summer and fall, simply raise that quality bar even higher, beyond Donkey Kong.
But I gotta, like, keep that camera still. Honestly.
To a level equal to any of the 32-bit software being exhibited this area to achieve that level of quality, period. There's simply no question about it.
Oh, one of my things disconnected.
Change the rules again on ourselves and our third-party...
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. My thing disconnected for some reason.
You will see completed
So we're back right now.
Nintendo Ultra 64 games this November in Tokyo at the Shishinkai trade show when we officially unveil the new product. And of course in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show next January. In reaching this decision, and in meeting this particular challenge, we have, I believe, remain faithful to the people who purchase our games and expect to be entertained by them.
Yeah, of course, Nintendo's all about entertainment there, definitely. Especially back in the day as well.
With these questions of quality and timing.
Yo, what's up there, Amy Rose? Good to see you there. See, look at that. Interactive entertainment.
Those kinds
Look at
of
that.
internal decisions to what I consider a far more dangerous challenge that confronts
We know how to use it like actual projectors here or something.
interactive entertainment.
So back then they really didn't have like I said, like super high quality stuff back then.
But to Nintendo, Sega, and Sony, and indeed to all entertainment software publishers, regardless of hardware platform.
Trying to find the name of the guy that was
Challenge that I want
at the stand
to address
there.
this morning affects every
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure who that is, honestly.
whose livelihood is dependent upon the creation, manufacturing, marketing
That's the only thing he's saying. I think it's on Nintendo of America, probably. Like somebody from
of
there.
interactive entertainment.
Or probably way before we got like Reggie or something.
And as I introduce this challenge, I must admit that at
Probably.
first glance it appears rather benign.
Once again, make sure we get your stream a thumbs up when I'm coming in.
Innocent-looking thing
Try to see if we got 10 likes on the stream here again.
known as the video game copier, a machine to make
Wait, what is that?
software. And the one
The super wild card.
named Super Wild Card.
Wait, was that something from the Super Nintendo?
That name is certainly appropriate because
I don't know what's something from the Super Nintendo, I think.
interactive entertainment, that's precisely
That's probably exclusive to the Super Famicom, probably, from
Super
Japan.
Wild Card and products like it.
I don't know if they ever released it or not. I don't think they did.
The already daunting problem for software counterfeiting.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was gonna do.
Borderless reaches of
The Super
cyberspace.
Wild Card.
And there, the prospects for protecting our businesses, for protecting our employees, for protecting the products of our imagination are downright chilling. But before we move into that future, let me start by talking about what exists today.
Oh, what is this?
Over the last few months, we've all been bombarded with numbers. that
Oh yeah, definitely. We all miss Reggie, definitely.
counterfeiting story in
Reggie's a homie.
context. For example, the Business Software Alliance recently estimated the worldwide loss of pirated business software at over 15
Once again, that's the actual video doing that.
per year. Counterfeiters are now putting a dozen out.
Okay, what are they doing there? You guys see that camera angle when they were trying to like move it around and whatnot?
Selling it for a couple of dollars.
It's like he can't even keep his hand still there.
Bootleg copies of Disney's
The Lion King!
were widely available throughout
Bro, they mentioned Disney's The Lion King there.
legitimate product that hit the
Wow.
in this country. But I want to concentrate solely on the impact of counterfeiting to our interactive.
I'm not sure that was a game or something for the Super Nintendo. Because it was the Lion King game that never released on the Super Nintendo.
That the loss to counterfeit entertainment software, whether for play on home video game systems or personal computers, is at least $5 billion per year.
$5 billion per year for that.
Narrowly.
That is crazy.
In the last fully recorded fiscal year, Nintendo realized
Oh my gosh, look at that.
$1 billion.
Worldwide home video game revenues, 30% Sega, 62% Nintendo.
And our nearest competitor, Sega,
This was like back then when Nintendo and Sega were competing against each other, like back in the 90s.
2.9 billion were directly attributable to home video.
Look at that! Bro, they're totally roasting Sega! Dang!
Third-party publishers. Nintendo and Sega pretty much define the current video game industry, but
See how Nintendo and Sega were competing against each other back in the 90s?
a third major player, the counterfeiter.
About the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis.
Losses to Nintendo and its third-party publishers last year alone, from all pirated activity, came to approximately 2.5 billion.
Oh, wow.
I suspect that Sega had comparable losses.
That's crazy.
So while it's common to look at worldwide market shares like this, Nintendo and Sega products are high. In fact, there is a much more accurate way to represent the current state of affairs in the real world.
Oh, what are they showing now?
There is a third major player.
Wait, counterfeit. Oh, 35% counterfeit? 40% Nintendo, 25% Sega. Look at that.
Sells products of Nintendo and Sega. And
Dang, man.
bearing a nickel.
Nintendo was on their game back then.
Our development, distribution,
Look at this.
marketing costs. There's
Yo, what's up,
always
Lepo? What's up there, Lepo Yoshi fan?
Ignore the danger of counterfeiting to consider it just a cost of doing business and to write off anti-piracy programs.
It's so crazy still seeing this to this day when Nintendo and Sega used to compete against each other. So crazy seeing this.
Indeed, why am I even up here today talking about this problem when I could probably wax eloquent about the social benefits of playing?
Yes, Lepo Yoshi fan. This is Nintendo's E3 1995.
Well, I'm here today.
Again, this is the first ever E3 comics that ever happened.
Essential that we talk about.
This is where Nintendo's E3 actually started.
This is something that
Back in
requires
1995.
awareness on the part of all of us to play a role in what we hope will continue to be a growing business. And if we ignore this problem or fail to keep it in proper perspective, we do so at an ever-increasing risk.
Ever-increasing risk.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, the bad guys happen to be getting much better at their work.
Oh, wow, the bad guys
No mistake.
been getting much better at their work.
I'll show you what I mean.
Look at this.
At the left is a copy of the legitimate Nintendo cartridge.
Mortal Kombat!
Sega gets Mortal Kombat.
Oh!
Counterfeit version.
Bro, they're showing Mortal Kombat, the very first Mortal Kombat!
Pretty well on
The first Mortal Kombat from the Super Nintendo.
what first alerted us
Wow!
versions of Donkey Kong Country
Oh, Donkey Kong Country. There it is again.
were complaints from game players.
Yeah, what's on Daniel Silva?
That they couldn't save their progress.
Bro, they showed the first ever Mortal Kombat!
Counterfeiters to
The very first game in the franchise.
margins.
Dang!
Our battery backup.
This is so cool!
The impact of this counterfeiting problem is overwhelming, and it shows every sign of getting worse, much, much worse.
Look at this.
The potential size of the worldwide market for legitimate interactive entertainment.
I'm disappointed that Nintendo and Sega were against each other. I prefer them as partners in collaboration with some of the games created other than the Olympics. Oh yeah, I bet some people still get like I'm pretty salty about that to this day.
Challenge to the interactive entertainment
It's like people can't even grow up these days.
at a tremendous
And then back then it was like a pretty big thing and but these days it's just like, why do people seem to talk about console wars or anything like that?
legitimate entertainment software in places
No, it's like in 2021, all the different like companies are like competitors are coming together like
and Eastern Europe
kind of working together on certain things.
who are now polluting.
Like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo doing crossplay on some of their games. Fortnite, Minecraft,
Consider this.
all the other games have crossplay.
The Software Publishers Association recently compiled
Wait, I do agree with you there, Super Shadow Hedgehog.
nations with the most egregious counterfeit markets. Here are the 4 worst offenders. Of all of the software currently in existence...
Oh wow, India's only like 87% in software markets.
Thailand,
I think that was back in 1995 actually.
90%. Former Soviet Union, 95%.
Oh, wow.
And in the People's Republic of China, virtually every software program
Down in China, it's not really too bad. But it's like, I can actually tell. They stopped moving that freaking camera.
Counterfeiting has actually been
Yeah, I said China. It looks like they're out like 98% actually. So that's not too bad.
combined. These four nations that I've just listed are home to more than 2.
Dang, 2.3 billion people?
Or 44% of the world's
Dang.
population. And many of the people in these countries are now or will soon be able to afford our entertainment.
Oh, I really don't think they had actual phones back
So
then.
if you believe
That's probably an actual video camera they're actually like
interactive
taking this off of.
industry is healthy now, think what
Except back then in 1995, they didn't really have iPhones back then. This
inside of the borders of just these
was way, way before like
and that
they even had iPhones back then.
should be our goal.
Way, way before
Expand
then.
our legitimate business into these new markets. But the impact of counterfeiting is more than just the corporate bottom line. Right now, the clear majority of all software.
Oh my gosh, look at that,
right
software
here in the United
jobs.
States. And the growth of counterfeit software undeniably threatens the jobs of hundreds.
It's more just like a business state right now, actually.
who directly create and market software, including a number
Now, Nintendo really don't do that during their
and many here.
most recent E3 conferences.
Well, how do we deal with this problem? At Nintendo, we've been trying to answer that question now for over a decade. And our
Is it into the Nintendo logo for some odd reason?
As we see it, effective deterrence in any country requires at least three things. First, there must be laws which fully protect creators.
I believe there were some other games they also announced here.
Second, the will and ability to enforce those laws must exist. And that means...
Yeah, I still cannot believe they actually showed out the first ever original Mortal Kombat from the Super Nintendo.
I must tell you that we at Nintendo regard the work of the U.S. Trade Representative's Office under the leadership of Ambassador Nikki Campbell.
Again, they also announced like two different Nintendo consoles, the Virtual Boy and also the code name for the N64 back then. The Nintendo Virtual 60, whatever it was called, Nintendo something 64. I totally forgot what it was actually called.
It seems to me that all governments need to
Oh, Nintendo Virtual 64, I think it was.
that there is no safe haven, and there should
And they also announced
be no safe haven.
Donkey Kong Land for the Game Boy, and that's when they also announced
Chips as in the old days, or
Donkey Kong Country 2.
manufacture fake products in violation of somebody else's property rights. And it doesn't stop just with governments. Unless industry as well is a
Gosh dang, Nintendo should fix their camera back there. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
will fail. And in the case of the interactive entertainment industry,
Man, I'm not sure it's actually Nintendo actually recording this. It's probably just like somebody else in the crowds actually.
to fight video game counterfeiting just will not cut it. Every company here, every company at E3, big and small,
Talking about them trying to fix their own line.
one way or the
Oh,
other.
definitely.
Finally, deterrent number 3 would seem to be the easiest. Simple understanding.
See, like during these recent E3 conferences, like Nintendo just like goes in and just like already announces the games
I
here.
suspect
And
that
we really don't talk about their actual company themselves. Like they just go and just announce the games.
in counterfeiting and either condone or actually support it. What they fail to
But again, this was the first ever E3 conference, so this
severely hampering
they were I mean, kind of hard to explain about this, but they both definitely let the slip here.
Here again is the
But anyway, it was cool to see how Nintendo was doing back then.
tell you a little bit more about it.
Oh, they gotta tell us more about the Super Wild Card.
Manufactured right now in Taiwan and Hong Kong.
Well, Taiwan, that's where it was originally from.
World. It attaches to the Super NES or the Sega Genesis, and in non-technical terms,
It attaches to both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis!
then deposits
Whoa!
disc. Cost
Dang!
$200 to $500.
$200 to $500!
Not a big obstacle.
Dang, that is
Currently,
expensive!
sales of these devices in Hong Kong alone are running at fully 40% of the unit volumes of 6.
Damn, imagine trying to get that back then in Taiwan.
And the reason is simple.
The Super Wild Card.
That investment makes possible the per copy of any available video game cartridge in the world for the minimal cost of a floppy disk.
Wow.
In fact, while you wait, parlors are utilizing these copiers.
Man, look at those old gaming stores back then.
Hong Kong.
Sounds like a Blockbuster a little
Walk
bit.
into a shop, point at 6 or 8 his favorite video game titles, and walk out carrying floppy disks containing maybe $400 or $500 worth of hit games for just a couple of dollars.
Dang.
The impact? Well, consider this. In Hong Kong, a market with an
500,000
installed base
Super Nintendo
of
systems.
over 500,000 16-bit
Wow.
hardware systems.
Dang.
Sega recently reported that initial sales
Oh, those are 16-bit systems.
last year
So I guess that also counts for the Sega Genesis.
totaled 200 pieces. 200. And if you think Hong Kong is a long way
This scanner back then is worse than their all live. I mean, that's 1995 for you there.
of a U.S. magazine, a well-respected U.S. magazine.
I mean, the cameras that we have these days, they're like a lot better than how they were back then.
Analog video
A lot more high
games
quality.
that hook up easily to existing systems.
Now they go like 4K and all that.
Payoff, according to this ad,
Probably back then it was like probably like 240p or something.
pay 60 cents a game.
Oh my gosh.
Rejoice indeed. What this device represents is the explosion of video game counterfeiting into the limitless, borderless, and all but lawless reaches of cyberspace.
Let's make sure I'll get a stream a thumbs up and I'm coming in.
We
Also, make sure you subscribe if you're new here as well.
now face all of the dangers which have confronted PC software developers for some time. Like it or not, our software is posted on network bulletin boards
Wow.
as soon as it comes to market. In a
Dang.
sense, though, our task is even more difficult. Because instead of enforcing morality among adults perhaps interested in a single spreadsheet program, we're faced with explaining ethics and intellectual property rights to a world full of teenagers ravenous for our form of entertainment.
Wow, like teenagers are actually like I'm talking about here.
Cyberspace is different. This is a world where
Yeah, there's not a lot of teenagers, so obviously like
legal distributor
play video games and whatnot.
and distributor is extremely difficult to detect or even identify. What's more, if he's suspected escape is quite simple. Unlike the typical video game counterfeiter working with millions of cartridges,
And Nintendo 1995, the future called and said they wanted to fix their cameras.
the cyberspace pirate can destroy the data
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
in the matter of a few keystrokes. For those who believe that cyberspace holds the greatest promise for
Oh, this is back then when they had cyberspace as well.
even business people, let me suggest that in the near term, those
So that's like Space World, where they had like different demos of some of the games there.
and the crooks
I remember some of the unreleased ones as well. Like, you guys remember Mario 3 from the N64? I showed a video about that like a couple years ago.
what is yet to be down
When I showed off Mario 3 on the N64, actually.
freedom of speech on the one
That was like an unreleased version of it.
to privacy on the other. And it's here in this matter of understanding that the greatest challenge lies. Because unfortunately for many
Ruining my speech and
on the
privacy.
internet, it would appear that the right of privacy is interpreted differently depending upon who's
I wonder how much longer this is actually.
on the part of the individual, privacy is seen as an absolute right. But to some, corporate privacy
Privacy, individual, corporate.
protected intellectual
Why does that say yes right there, like right over here?
law.
I wonder what that is.
Words of the presidential group exploring the information infrastructure.
Check your copyrights at the door.
An attitude by some on the internet that you check your copyrights at the door when you enter that domain.
What was even announced back then?
Mary Beth
Well, during SC3, they announced the Virtual Boy, also Donkey Kong Land from the Game Boy, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, and also that's when they announced the code name for Nintendo 64 actually, the Nintendo Virtual 64. That was when that was code name for N64 then.
So-called heroes in the form of
That's when they announced so far. They probably might have other things that they also announced here as well. Oh, and they also announced Killer Instinct as well.
Unfortunately, some in the media have accepted this.
Wait, that was either for the N64 or the Super Nintendo. I believe most likely for the N64, probably. Not really too sure.
And this, in turn, has acted to help authenticate the absurd rationalization, and I quote, "Information wants to be free." This, of course, has all of the inherent logic of the auto thief who explains to the police that the minivan in your garage just wanted to be free. What's more, this absolute freedom of information is demanded by some. Itself threatens the information infrastructure. Most would agree with the Clinton administration official Sally.
Okay, why did I talk about this stuff? This has nothing to do with Nintendo, honestly.
Infrastructure unless they have confidence.
Why are they talking about this?
Information is going where they want it to.
Oh, come on, Nintendo's all about games, not that kind of stuff.
In other words, protection of personal privacy is essential. But the same protection should hold.
This is not what Nintendo talks about these days.
You can't support one.
Again, they just get right into the games and they just like call it a day right there.
Disseminate proprietary information owned by corporations. Their legally protected intellectual property is to strip it of commercial value and in turn destroy the promise of the information.
And I don't really know, this was way, way before they started having Nintendo Directs as well.
Donkey Kong arcade machines back in the early 1980s.
The Donkey Kong arcade game!
Would have been no revolutionary Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, there's Donkey Kong Country again.
Players in 1994. That game alone required an investment of millions of dollars.
So they just showed off Donkey Kong Country 1. Well, I mean, the game was already out then.
A figure that few hackers can afford.
It was released like, it was released a year after, well, the year before this actually happened, actually.
Somebody else's
Because, DKC1 actually, released in 1994, actually.
Because when worthy content.
So the year before E3 1995 happened.
The people who create it find something else to do for a living. And the content just never exists.
Come on, Nintendo 1995, stop getting off topic. Yeah, I'm just sitting here deciding about business stuff
To
here.
protect that asset, a committee of the Presidential Task Force on the Information
Oh no, it's still good at the beginning there.
is currently finalizing a series of proposals, including changes to existing U.S. copyright law. These changes will provide additional protection to intellectual property in cyberspace, and they deserve.
Once again, make sure I give this stream a thumbs up when I'm coming in. And also make sure if you're new here, subscribe down below, and your name should pop up on the stream as well.
Share my views on protecting information, especially some of those on the internet. So this morning, as I began speaking, a copy of my remarks were entered into the Nintendo corporate bulletin board on America Online. You'll also find it at our website on the internet. I look forward to hearing from those who may disagree with me. In conclusion, let me repeat that the global protection of intellectual
Oh, I thought we were going to announce something here.
is essential. Fully expand the potential of readily.
Man, we're talking about Donkey Kong so many times here. Like I keep saying, they mentioned the Donkey Kong arcade game, Donkey Kong Country 1, Donkey Kong Land, Donkey Kong Country 2.
Nations like China, where counterfeit goods right now smother all opportunity.
Oh, alright, don't keep talking about that here.
Vital in this country.
We got the.
Today,
Oh
in the
no.
U.S.,
Don't keep talking about that here. What? I mean, don't keep asking that here. We're not really here to talk about any of that.
in the emerging field of multimedia, and the potential for what they can produce is enormous. The ability to make our lives more productive and more fun, and to do that in a way that no one has ever thought of before.
You want to know what I've ever thought of before.
Entrepreneurs strike it rich, create a breakthrough product that finds an enthusiastic audience. It still must face the threat of counterfeit. And
Wow.
before that product ever reaches the mass market, its value may well have been stripped clean by people who had no part in its creation. Who simply stole it.
Interesting.
And that visionary company will disappear. Think about a world without counterfeiters. Think about the markets that such a world would open up for those of us in the interactive entertainment industry. And think about the entertainment products that such a world would foster, not just the products created by multinational corporations, but ones created by individuals and new companies not yet even born. I think such a world is not only worth thinking and talking about, but it's a world that all of us in this room, all of us here at E3 can help create.
Wow.
Of course it's a big challenge. Yes, it certainly dwarfs the challenges typically identified by corporate executives who naturally tend to focus on their own company's success.
Oh yeah, definitely. Focus on own company's success there.
It happens to be the biggest challenge and the greatest opportunity facing the interactive entertainment industry right now.
Oh yeah, especially with high quality games there, to try to impress everybody.
Nintendo and Sega and the other companies in this industry who are out there right now fighting international counterfeit. All of us here at E3, I think, need to speak out against this very serious problem. We need to educate everyone who is entertained by our products about the
Educate everybody through our products. How Mario's Time Machine, Mario's Missing. What else? What else? Some of the other educational Mario games that I might drawing a blank on.
But for the sake of every person around the world who enjoys interactive entertainment.
And then it showed the 1995 C3 conference under Donkey Kong. This is basically the only thing they talk about. I mean, they really didn't talk about just Donkey Kong. They also talked about like the Virtual Boy, the Code Name N64, and other stuff like that. Alright, but it looks like that's it for Nintendo's E3 1995 conference. Again, some pretty interesting stuff they did announce back there during the first ever E3 in 1995 with you know, like Donkey Kong Country 2 for the Super Nintendo. They also announced like the Virtual Boy. There were a lot of other interesting things also didn't announce during the first ever E3 conference back during 1995 actually. And yeah, I do agree with you, Super Chat Hedgehog. It kind of does feel like that, this thought about Donkey Kong a lot with like you're saying, like the Donkey Kong arcade game, DKC1, DKC2, Donkey Kong Land for the Game Boy. But I mean, again, it's their first ever E3 conference, so we're definitely gonna let it slip here. But yeah, guys, so that's what's the end of our live reaction to Nintendo's E3 1995. So what do you guys think about what you guys saw for Nintendo's E3 1995? Like I said, if you guys have any thoughts about this, then let me know once again in the comment section down below once again. Because once again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you guys thought about Nintendo's E3 1995 here. And yeah, so pretty much, hopefully tomorrow actually, is we're going to be doing another one of these. When we're going to be actually reacted to Nintendo's E3 1996 actually. And then it was the year that the Nintendo 64 was actually going to be released, alongside Mario 64 actually, so hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, we'll be able to actually react to Nintendo's E3 1996 actually. Because we got a lot more of these, like I said, I'm leading up to E3 2021 actually, that we're going to be reacted to for the next few weeks here, right here once again. So again, make sure you guys ever do stay tuned for it. I'm excited to be doing more of these in the future actually. And then also, before we do wrap things up here, of course we can't forget about our two segments for today's stream. So, before we actually do wrap things up for today's stream, we're not going to be moving on to our next segment for today's stream, and that is, of course, the Sakurai Pic of the Day segment. So what we're actually going to do during these streams is that once again, we'll have to go on Sakurai's official Twitter account, and we'll have to kind of see what kind of picks of the day that has been posted over on his Twitter account. Of course, related to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate once again here. And I'm actually going to do just screens right here, just so we can once again, I'll see the pick of the day right here once again, so. Alright, so I'm going to go into just screens right here real quick. Alright, so we got Sakurai's official Twitter account right now. There's of course the brand new pick of the day that is posted over on his Twitter account for today. And once again, is yet again another game anniversary once again. And it looks like this one is actually related to one of the assist trophies. That is of course in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, basically the Sheriff actually. And basically, as of today, or actually late last night, was actually celebrating this game anniversary for, of course, the game by Sheriff, actually. And this was released all the way back in 1979, actually, which is crazy. It's, like, again, it's really crazy how, the game by Sheriff was actually released all the way back in, 1979 here. Probably most likely for, like, the Atari or something like that. But let's actually now go ahead again on what Sakurai had to say about this brand new game anniversary for Sheriff, actually. And it says, I don't know the exact release date of Sheriff, especially the arcade games are difficult due to various theories. Work in 1979, it was a special operation mode in which the dial was turned to determine the direction, and the dial was pushed to shoot. Or pushed in to shoot, actually. So once again, not really much more to say about this brand new pick of the day for Sakurai, actually. And you can see about down here as well for the picture. Of course, it actually does give us a good look at the Sheriff Assist trophy. That is in Smash Ultimate as well. Now, once again, this scene is actually really powerful when you go up against it and during a battle in Smash Ultimate. Whenever you're doing some of this Assist trophy. This thing can honestly be really super, super deadly, honestly. So, whenever you guys go up against this Assist trophy next time in Smash Ultimate, make sure you guys ever do watch out for this scene here. Alright, also, of course, let's look at the Sakurai pick of the day that I didn't want to talk about for today's stream. And also, there's one more thing that I do want to move on to. And actually, we're going to be taking a look at the poll that I posted earlier today, by the time we were doing the stream. So I want to ask you guys, what do you think of Miitopia on the Switch so far? And it looks like 100% of you actually said that, so far, actually, that you guys are absolutely loving the game, actually. And yeah, once again, I do agree with a lot of you guys here, like, even when we did Miitopia during that launch stream on Friday, honestly, like, the game can be absolutely really crazy a lot sometimes, and I know a lot of stuff that actually happens in the story, and especially with a lot of different Mii characters that you can actually pick and choose from. No matter if you actually create some yourself, or you have to search them up online and actually put them in the story. Yeah, there's like lots of different shenanigans that could go on, actually, and some of you guys may already know from me playing Miitopia a few days ago during a Miitopia launch stream. You guys can honestly tell, once again, we just had a blast playing it, honestly, so. But yeah, so, that's what's to look at the poll that I didn't want to talk about for today. We're asking you guys if you guys are enjoying Miitopia on the Switch so far. And it looks like a good majority of you guys actually went about 100% actually so far, but, of course, later on, things can actually change right here, because, you can see here, I actually posted this like almost an hour ago, actually, so, that way, things can definitely change right here once again. But alright guys, so with that, that's going to have to set up for our live reaction to Nintendo's E3 1995 once again. So of course, thanks everybody for stopping by, and again, this is a lot of fun actually. I really enjoyed doing this, and I kind of want to do this for like a little bit right here actually, to kind of kind of get the hype going for E3 2021 once again. As we already all know, Nintendo's E3 2021, this is going to be very amazing, honestly. Like, I really can't wait to see what they're going to have actually for in terms of their E3 2021, actually. And it's hoping they're not they're really not going to do anything, obviously. It's just like what they did during this E3 conference for 1995, actually, so. But of course, guys, as always, enjoyed the stream here. And not only want to keep up to date, and not only more of our future coverage on Nintendo's E3 leading up to E3 2021, but also want to keep up to date on more of our awesome Nintendo content also going into the near future. Make sure you guys, once again, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed the stream. And also, make sure you guys also punch that subscribe button. And also, do the same thing, into that notification bell as well. To not only get alerted, and not only more of our future coverage leading up to Nintendo's E3 2021, but also keep up to date on more of our awesome Nintendo content also going into the near future as well. And yeah, but anyways, guys, so with that, now let's go to updates up here for me, boy, Nintendo Logan. And I'm going to be signing off for today's stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow for our next live stream here. Peace out, all my Joy-Con boys and girls. We out. I love you guys. God bless. Have a good rest of your day. And most importantly, Joy-Con Gang. Once and once, everybody. Alright, take care, Joy-Con Gang. Stay safe and have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow for another stream here. What's up, my Joy-Con boys and girls? So, I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed today's video. But, do you guys want to see more Nintendo 11ness from your boy? You do? You do? Well, I really enjoyed the sound of that, because why don't you guys go and check out some of our other videos that you guys see right up here, and make sure you guys go like and comment on them also, because there are some pretty good videos, I do promise you guys. And if you guys want to miss any more of our Nintendo news videos, and also our weekly live streams that we do on the channel, once you guys click this button right up here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more of our Nintendo videos, and also our daily Nintendo live streams that we have on the channel for you guys weekly. And also, if you guys want to keep on to date on more of our updates on this channel, once you guys go me or follow me on Instagram at Nintendo Logan YT for all the latest and greatest updates, especially on the behind the scenes photos of some more stuff away from our YouTube channel, and also about our YouTube channel as well. And lastly, if you guys want to be a part of our awesome Nintendo community, make sure you guys go to join our Discord server right now. The link is in the description of this video for you guys to join our Discord server and get a free invite to join our awesome Nintendo community, and get a chance to hang out with us behind the scenes, and also get a chance to be on some of our weekly live streams very soon. So yeah, that's going to do it for me here from your boy Nintendo Logan, and I'll be signing off for this video, so I'll see you guys later. Peace out, my Joy-Con boys and girls.